Shuprabhat. Today we have Pratham from India, and we'll talk about his journey, programming, machine learning, Twitter. So stay with us. And I think that he will be one of the youngest people of my channel. How are you, Pratham, and how old are you?
Hello, Francesco. I'm doing absolutely great, and I'm currently 16 years old, and I'm a high school student.
That's incredible because at 16 I think that I was just thinking about playing video games and that's it. Instead, we'll talk about your Twitter journey. You are almost at 35,000 so followers. I've seen you tweet quite regularly. We'll talk about that, but let's start from the beginning. So, can you talk about who introduced you to programming and how you discovered the programming world?
So my programming journey began way back in 2014. So basically, there's this website called Scratch, and it was a part of my school curriculum. So it's like a block editor, like you can code using blocks. I found that very interesting and fascinating. I mean, you could tell the computer what to do just by placing blocks. So I felt that was really interesting. So I used to play around with Scratch, and then my mother noticed my interest in this programming, and she enrolled me for a one-day class of, if you say that, at a place where I learned about Python, and I just found like Python stuck with me. Like I've been using Python since 2014, because it's such an easy to use language. Like I was able to understand it back when I was 12 or maybe 11, and I still use it. So I think that's really how my programming journey started.
Wow, wow. So you have used Python for kind of a lot of years now. Yeah, and I really like that. Can you so you was introduced to machine learning after, but can you keep saying something, for example, about for example your first programs, your first approach, something about the community. Yeah.
So, my interest in machine learning actually came quite a bit later on. Like in 2017, I saw this demo by Google where they had this machine learning program which could respond to people in real time, and it sounded just like a human, kind of like a humanoid. I thought that was really fascinating. So that ignited my interest for AI. I tried to look up for videos on YouTube, but there was just lots of math, lots of programming that just scared me away. So I
Mm.
didn't take machine learning very seriously. And then, like when I first started programming back in 2014, I made small programs using I think it was Turtle, and I also tried out Pygame. So the programs which I made in Scratch using the block editor, I tried to recreate them using Pygame in Python, and then I just made small programs here and there, nothing really serious. But yeah, it was just exploring how Python works, how this programming thing is actually done, and then my big breakthrough came in 2018 when I learned so many new things, especially related to web development. I learned JavaScript, I learned React, um, not the entire thing, but the basics, just enough to get started. And then I kind of left programming again in 2019, and in 2020, because of the lockdown, I was again
Mm.
able to pick up programming, and this year I've learned about machine learning,
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
web development. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of people who just started doing things during lockdown, including me. I had people who started with the YouTube channel. I started, to do something. In your case, so you started what during the lockdown exactly? Do you remember that?
Yeah, as soon as the lockdown started, the first thing which I picked up was machine learning.
Hmm.
Because I wanted to get into machine learning for all these years, but I just thought there's too much math. Like
Yeah.
I thought I will do machine learning after I get into college, but Then what I actually did is I came across this course on YouTube. It's called the
Hmm.
Machine Learning Foundations course. I always recommend it to everyone. And
Good.
after taking that course without any math, I was able to get started with machine learning. So
Yeah.
uh, that really kick-started my machine learning journey. So
Yeah, yeah. One of the first guests of this show was SVP, no, Santiago. I think that you know him. Yeah, and
yeah,
he says exactly this, that you don't need the math to get started with machine learning. Of course, you need math if you want to get better. At some point, you need to do something. If you want to do something advanced, or even something maybe intermediate, you need to understand something because yeah, to understand what's behind something like that. But to get started, I also think that I've done something with machine learning, not much, but
mm,
I think that you can start with math, even if I lack math, honestly. Yeah. So what about your current projects and future projects? What, in which direction do you want to do? Because you are still young, you have so many years to work. I suggest you to keep going because you are really you are also an inspiration for us because to start early. Sometimes I talk about to start early, then you'll see. So you are exactly that case, that person. So which are your plans? So in which direction would you like to go next year, next years?
so in terms of projects, I think now I just want to dive even deeper into machine learning, and I'm also doing a bit of web development to make my own portfolio site. So I'll have to see how that goes. So I'm just trying to explore things right now. So actually, one of the advice that one of my friends who's in college right now gave me that you're too young right now, so just keep exploring, find what you like, and then later on you can specialize even more. So for now, I like machine learning, so
Mhm.
I will continue machine learning and I will some web
Yeah.
development along with it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and we don't know in 10 years where machine learning will be. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So have you ever done some don't know some courses? Would you like to do some courses, some articles? I don't know if you do some blogs. I've seen that you have done some videos some months ago, some weeks ago. Yeah, I remember that I also commented that on Twitter. So what
Mhm.
about content creation in your case? Are you still studying, or do you like to create something? Have you created something?
So I mean, I've generally decided that most of the content which I'll produce will, I mean, all of the content which I'll produce on Twitter, at least for the next 2, 3 years, will be 100% free. I do not plan on making any paid
Oh.
course or anything like that for now.
Yeah. So
Um,
yeah. So please follow him. Do it now before you forget, because yeah. Thank you for saying this. Yeah, that would be great.
Thank you so much, Francesco. But I believe that when you charge someone money, it's a responsibility on you that you have to respond to their doubts. You have to um, like it's basically a responsibility that you have to take, and I don't think I'm at a point right now where I can charge someone and also handle the responsibility uh, um, like. Of
Mm,
handling the doubts and that sort of thing. So
yeah.
I just for now I'll keep my content for free. So yeah, that's
Well,
how.
yeah, yeah. In my opinion, you are very mature for your age. I think this is the perfect way to go. You will hit 100K soon, in my opinion. I'll come back on this video when you will hit 100K and I'll say exactly that. Well, yeah, what I predicted. Yeah, and so what about videos, for example? Because I've seen that you have done something. We are actually doing a video now, but what's your experience with them? I've seen, I think, the first one. Can you talk about your experience in showing yourself?
So as far as videos go, what was happening before is I did not have a very good setup to um, to really make videos. So right now I just so my dad custom built this PC, and it has everything I need to make videos. So I can use Blender, I can use Unity, anything like that.
I love
I
them.
even have
I love them. Yeah.
Absolutely. So again, now I don't have the bottleneck of having a slow PC. So now I think we can even do live streams and videos on machine learning maybe. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that
We'll see. We'll see. I'm doing a series of live streams. So when just start to understand things, if you want to jump in one day, we can organize something. Because yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. We could try. Just trying to understand things how this works. I think this could be really a really good thing to do because the earlier you start, even if you start with some people, in your case, I think that you will get kind of a lot of people, but you can even just start to understand. It's really a world of programs, editings. You need to highlight the comments, the donations. It's really a word. It's really a word. Yeah, just itself. And you also need to study something that you want to show with machine learning.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But you have time. I really like this idea of live coding, live streaming. Yeah, people are engaged in a different way. I've done some live streams, even one special for Christmas. Yeah, so I think that that would be great. Yeah, and do you have an idea when do you want to start that, or still don't know?
So I think it's definitely going to be in 2021
Okay.
after my exams end, and after that I guess we'll have so much content, like video content, Twitter threads. Like I'm working hard on it right now. So
I
I'll
see.
have to see how it goes, but yeah, hopefully it all goes well.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that also by starting with threads, you can also try to, for example, transform some of them in videos, so you can just take your content, is your content. So if you turn this in video, this is something also that I did. Yeah, sometimes I also do the opposite. So first I do the video, and then I put the text of the video. So it's nice because some people they like to read, some people they like to watch videos. So I think yeah, this is also something that's Santiago also is doing. So you can try to different
Yeah,
sometimes a different format and maybe the same content and try different format. I really wish you best luck because I talk about making videos. It's really hard in the beginning, so I really wish you best luck. Yeah, and now I'd like to talk about Twitter because I think that I've been following you since the let's say the beginning. You had like 200 followers, and now you have doubled me. I'm really happy about that. But what's your journey about Twitter? Now you are still growing very fast now. Yeah. So what's your experience with Twitter? Let's talk about Twitter.
so the thing with Twitter is that I actually didn't really start off taking Twitter as a really serious thing. So I joined Twitter in 2019, but I didn't use it until the lockdown started in 2020, which was March.
Hmm.
So after I started using it, I noticed the developer community, and at the same time, I was also getting into machine learning and also trying out web development. So I found that there is a lot of useful information on this platform, and what just so happened that I got shout outs from Raf Rasenberg and Marco Denick on the
Uh,
same day, I think in June. And my followers basically went from being stagnant at 150 to around 400, 500. So I thought that there's potential in this platform. People are willing to learn and all that. So um, I I thought that I could start producing content over here, and I started off by talking about web development and
yeah.
little bit about machine learning, and basically I made videos like no, I didn't make videos at that time. I just make tweets and threads, sharing resources, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then eventually I saw Santiago, and I really noticed that there are people who also want to get into machine learning. So, I
Yeah,
mean, Santiago is doing an incredible job there. So, I was really inspired by him. So, I thought I could provide my own value for machine learning in my way because I personally went from being a web developer to to getting into machine learning. And a lot of people want to get started, but they don't really have the resources or they just find it difficult or something. So, I thought if I share my journey like that, they will be able to benefit from it. So that
yeah,
is really why. And then my growth, I mean, I write threads pretty much every day.
yeah,
And my
yeah,
so this year, sorry, so this month I got 13,000 followers. Like
yeah.
it's absolutely
Great.
insane.
And I always say that the number of followers it doesn't count. It's not important, but
Absolutely.
maybe it's important for us because if you see that there are a lot of people that are following you, you are motivated to keep going to doing threads. I think this is also it's like it's like a circle. You have a lot of followers, then you start doing threads, there are more people follow you. Yeah, so this is also in my case. Yeah, so if you get a lot of feedbacks, a lot of people that are following that say thank you so much for what you're doing, you are motivated to also doing more, and then more people will come. So I think this is what is happening with you. Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
yeah. And I've seen that you post like I don't know some threads every day, two or three, two threads. Yeah, I've seen that you publish a lot of stuff. Yes. So thank you, Pradam. What about, for example, for example, the messages that you receive from the people? Because as you said, you get, I think, the question like, how do I get started? I think this is the most famous one. I think, for example, a very good idea for a small video, if you want to post on YouTube, on Twitter, it could be that one. So when people they ask you that questions, you can just put the link of the video. Maybe it's easier for you. But okay, so what about these questions? So also other questions that maybe you get.
So I definitely get a lot of questions on replies or on my DMs. So
Mm.
I try to respond to everyone, but sometimes it's a bit hectic. But the I mean,
No,
you know better than me.
I
So
know.
the thing is, they ask questions like general questions which even I had when I was starting my machine learning journey. So things like how much math do you need? Do you need should I use Python or some other language? What are the prerequisites? Any resources to get started? So those sort of questions come to me, basic ones, and sometimes I get weird questions too, like how do I get a job in this place?
Yeah,
I don't know, but I don't know why they ask me because I I, I I'm just learning at this stage. I do not have any job, nor do I have any
yeah,
career. So,
yeah. In my opinion, there is nothing wrong with sending the questions, but in my opinion, if you want to do these general questions, maybe it's better to just make a tweet so so you can have more people than talk to you. Maybe you get someone some person who can offer maybe something to you. But if you send a direct message to say so to a lot of people, it's also time consuming, in my opinion, to just send maybe 100 messages to 100 people and say what how do I get a job. Maybe it's better to just I don't know, maybe some to do some tweet in public. Let's talk about that. What about the best offers in job? I would adopt maybe a different strategy if I would want an answer
absolutely.
for this question.
And sometimes I also get questions which are vague, and I mean, or sometimes I just don't have answers to them. So, and in that
Yeah.
case, people sometimes do not understand that. Like I am also a human being. I also go to school.
Yeah, I also do this kind of interviews because some people can see that we are actually not bots. We are just the people that maybe we stayed a little bit too much on Twitter. Yeah, and so some people followed us, but we are still human being, even if we have some thousands of followers. But I don't
Absolutely.
know. I don't know. Some people tends to think that if you have 20 to 20,000 followers, you know everything about every topic in the world of programming. Yeah, yeah. I think that also, yeah, in your case, it's important by having a lot of followers, as you said, to before, say, for example, also me, if I tweet about something about Docker, maybe JavaScript in the future, maybe I check it 2 times because I know that a lot of people could read those, so I don't want to give wrong information. It could happen, but I'd like maybe to check, yeah, if that informations are correct before posting. If you have maybe 20 followers, even if you say something wrong, you can get. But maybe that's it. The responsibility to just check your information, so to say.
Mhm.
Maybe that's the difference. Let's say big accounts. I don't know if they are big or not. But yeah, so I'm really happy to have you here. We are almost at the end of the year. I don't know if I published this before the 2020 ends, so this could be a really great way to end this year because this has been really crazy year. But yeah, and so how has been your 2020? Yeah, how has been this year? What can we say about this year? Let's pretend that I published this on the 31st of December. I don't know, but let's pretend this.
So, I mean, honestly, so 2020 has been one of the best years of my life. I got so
Yes,
the thing, I mean, there are lots of terrible things happening in the world, but because I'm
yeah,
living at I'm just inside my house, I can focus on programming, I can focus on learning, I can focus on making more tweets. I mean, so like all in all, I
yeah,
learned a lot of new things, met incredible people like you, like so many people
wow,
on Twitter, and yeah,
yeah,
built a community. Just 2020
yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
2010, the 2020 was awesome also for me. I feel almost bad in saying this, but I had a lot of people who said maybe I started my business. Maybe I think that the best thing, of course, if nothing bad happened to you, is that we had more time, which is the most precious thing that we have in our life, way more than money. And so by having more time, you can do more things. So you feel happy that you did those things. So I think this is why I heard a lot of people that says my 20,000 has been awesome. Yeah, also doing the live stream, also for me. So thank you for saying this because yeah, I really feel a little bit bad by saying this. But yeah, I think the answer is time. We had some time to do something.
Yes.
Sometimes yeah, there are a lot of distractions in the world.
Hmm.
Yeah, and instead maybe yeah, by being forced to leave. For example, I've been in lockdown for 2 months in my house.
Hmm.
I barely went out of my house. And then,
Hmm.
yeah, as you said, maybe being a programmer has been an advantage in that case. Maybe in that case, there are a lot of memes about programmers just staying in a
Exactly.
corner, coding. Yeah,
Because
what is
honestly, like we programmers, we just need a computer and internet. I mean, and coffee.
yeah, coffee or tea. Yeah, in my case, it's coffee. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people from India they like tea more than coffee. I don't know if there is a fight between the coffee and tea teams. Yeah. So in your case, is it coffee? In your case?
I drink milk. I don't even drink coffee.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So you're just talking about jokes. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe later. Yeah, the later
yeah.
you, the later you
Yeah.
start, the better it is. If you don't need, yeah, yeah. So thank you, Pradhan. Really, I really wish you the best. So I don't know if where can we find you? Just Twitter? Do you use other socials? Do you use other?
So I might start using YouTube for uploading videos. I'll see how that goes, but I'm honestly just trying to focus on Twitter and slightly on LinkedIn. No, nothing
Yeah,
too much else. So
yeah.
just keeping. I tried Instagram, but I felt it was just not for me. So I
Mhm. I understand perfectly. I think, yeah, maybe it's different. I don't know. It's really maybe you need to change something. I've seen a lot of people also they post some screenshots of Twitter, but I don't know. I don't know. Instagram maybe could be useful if you post some pictures. Maybe
Mhm.
the idea of threads it's a little bit different. It's more visual. Maybe you need some tool.
Right.
You need to
Mhm.
work more maybe on Instagram. There are also some pictures of setups, a lot of video setups. Yeah, but it's a different media. And as I said, not everything works for everyone. So maybe it's better to focus. Yeah, on what I
Mhm.
think. I think yeah, and I think
So
that yeah, on Twitter there are really a lot of developers. There is a really great tech community. So in my opinion, yeah, and for example, for me, it worked the Twitter YouTube combo. Yeah, it works because on Twitter you focus on text, YouTube of course videos. I don't know if I've subscribed to your channel, but I'll fix this soon if I've not done this yet. So yeah, so we put the links. I really wish you to do great things. Maybe we'll come back on this video in a
and
couple of years, and you'll be very famous, and I'll be very happy that I had you when you was
I
16.
mean, I'm honored to be with you on this live stream. I mean, yeah, it's just awesome, and I think you're very close to 2,000 subscribers. So
I'm close. I'm close. I'm still not there. I don't know if I'll do that, but yeah, I will be really happy. But it's more about people, the people that I'm interviewing. As I said, I like to create strong connections with people, so maybe we can interact more, do something together in the future. I don't know, but yeah, that's it. That's it for now. This is what I'm doing now. Yeah, let's see. I'll go back to technical things also, but yeah, this is good also. Yeah, also to make some practice in English, and that's it. So, yeah, do you have something to say to someone? Maybe you want to get started in machine learning. Maybe you create your own video about that. But if you want to try to give a very fast answer to that, and then we'll post your YouTube channel so they can go in deep with that. So let's
so,
take like a trailer for your YouTube channel. They will put the link in the description.
yeah, sure. I mean, that seems like a good idea. So my only advice for getting started with machine learning is don't be afraid, just start. Um, learn a bit of programming, and then just dive into machine learning. Uh, uh, it's not tough to get started with machine learning. It's tough to master machine learning. I mean, that goes for every field. In fact, I think you also know you can easily get started with Docker, but there are lots of small commands here and there. Once you
Yeah,
progress forward, you need to know those. Um,
yeah.
so just get started, and things should fall into place as you go. That's my only advice, really.
Yeah, like chess. I don't know, like playing chess. There are a lot of things that yeah, you can get started. Then yeah, to master that, it's maybe one of the maybe then it's harder. And of course, you can't master JavaScript. So JavaScript is another level. You can never master that. I'm joking, of course. Yeah.
No.
So thank you really for coming. It's a really a pleasure. Yeah, it was also pretty fast because we have I've contacted you like yesterday I think, and we have done I really done this. So yeah, the best we did it really in the best way. So thank you really for coming.
I mean, I always wanted to talk to you, so I mean, I was really excited for this, so I had to say yes.
Thank you. But as you say, that I want really, to be relaxed and talk about you. Yeah,
Mhm.
just to keep in touch in a little bit different way, and that's it. So yeah, have a nice day. Namaskar. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Yeah. I don't know. I don't
so,
know. I don't know what's the difference between namaskar and namaste. Can you tell me this? Then we'll say goodbye. Yeah. Bye.
uh, so namaskar is a way of greeting somebody into a talk, and namaste is also a similar thing.
Ma-
And
okay, but can I say namaskar when I leave, or am I doing it is wrong?
yeah, sure, I
Ah,
think you
okay.
can.
I did it correct. Okay, perfect. Yeah, yeah, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, friend.
So yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.